Earth is home to a huge variety of trees and plants, including many varieties of life existing on our planet. You may not even know about a fraction of the beauty on this world. Imagine if you were standing in front of the tallest tree on our planet. It'd really make you look small. Similarly, there are flowers, some beautiful, others strange, and some so bizarre it'd be hard to believe they exist. From the most bizarre trees to a flower that looks like a woman, check out these 15 unusual trees in the world. Don't stop till you reach number 1. That is truly mind-blowing. General Sherman. Have you ever seen a really tall tree? If yes, then imagine something 10 times larger than that. General Sherman, or giant sequoia, is the world's largest tree, measuring a whopping 1,487 cubic meters in volume. Holy cow, that thing's huge. To give you a fair idea of how large that really is, then consider more than half the size of an Olympic swimming pool. Well, that puts that in perspective. General Sherman, towering located in the giant forest of Sequoia National Park, California, is measured at 84 meters or 275 feet tall. According to scientists, it is 2,000 years old, making it just middle age. While the General Sherman isn't the tallest known tree on the planet or the widest, it definitely is among the tallest, widest, and longest living trees on the Earth. The biggest flower in the world.
It happens maybe only once a decade and lasts about 24 hours.
Would you like smelling a flower that stinks like a decaying corpse? Nope. The Titan Arum may be the world's largest flower, but it is definitely not a pleasant one to smell, because when in bloom, it smells of decayed flesh, which is why it is also known as the corpse flower. Besides its weird smell, its insides are also a burgundy color, similar to that of internal organs. The Titan Arum has the world's largest unbranched inflorescence, standing at 3 meters above the ground. The blooming season of the Titan Arum attracts the most tourists. The large bizarre flowers that develop red, equally bizarre-looking fruits are pollinated by insects and rhinoceros hornbills, an equally large bird for an equally large flower. Flower that looks like a woman. Believe it or not, but in India, there is a flower that looks like a woman with nothing on, and it's called a Nadilatha or Lyathmabara. The plant is said to grow only in cold Himalayan regions. And get this, you need to be lucky to see its flower, because it blooms only once in 20 years. There are several accounts of the flower posted by netizens online. However, if you're looking at the same pictures I am, it is more of a legend, and there is no credibility of such accounts, nor have there been any personal sightings or references in journals worldwide. Why is my head going to, this looks like Eve, and this could be the tree of good and evil, or the tree of knowledge, and the blossoms are growing or grew to look like her because she ate the first fruit. My head's just going there. I'm just going there. The Socotra Dragon Tree.
Perhaps the most head-turning of Socotra species is the dragon's blood tree.
The Socotra dragon is another strange tree that exists on the planet. It looks like an uprightly held umbrella because of its thick upturned crown. The tree is an evergreen species, and it's so named because of the color of its resin that is dark red. The Socotra dragon is iconic because its red resin is said to have medicinal properties. The tree is native to Socotra, Yemen, existing in an ancient forest found on limestone and granite mountains. This variety of flora appeared on the island of Socotra seemingly sometime after it separated from mainland Arabia, dating back 34 million years ago. Wow, they can do that? I had no idea. I know they use carbon dating, but wow! El Árbol de la Sabina. One of the most unique but bizarre trees of nature is the La Sabina that can be found on the island of El Hierro. The weird characteristic of this tree is its contorted growth that also grows 8 meters high. It's not affected by weather and leaves can be found on it all year round. Even more bizarre about the tree is the ability to take root and grow in inhospitable places, including rocks. The contortion occurs when it grows in windy places, which twists the tree in the most bizarre shapes and forms. Some trees will even touch the ground with its branches. The tree is a national symbol of El Hierro and is used on all national logos. Our state tree is the tulip poplar, but we don't have it on any logos that I can think of. Maybe it'll be on a quarter soon. Who knows? The Wollemi Pine. Just 200 kilometers northwest of Sydney is Wollemi National Park, and it was here that botanists finally discovered the unique Wollemi pine tree in 1994. The unusual tree had eluded botanists for years, but was finally found growing in a remote canyon of the park that had been bound by tall sandstone cliffs hiding it from view. In fact, to get across to the plant, botanists needed to use helicopters to transport them to the region. The Wollemi pine is a conifer tree that's near extinct, and only a handful exist in the safety of the canyon. Keep it secret, keep it safe. That's a Lord of the Rings quote. 125-year-old rhododendron tree.
Finally gonna see the gigantic rhodo in Ladysmith.
Rhododendron trees are beautiful because of their flaming red flowers that are grown in abundance on the tree. But did you know that the rhododendron isn't a tree at all? It's a shrub. However, the only time this was proved wrong was when one Redditor from Canada posted this amazing picture of an old rhododendron that happens to be 125 years old. Wow! Moreover, it was so large, it easily qualified as a tree, making it the most famous rhododendron in the world. The tree is so popular that it can also be found on Google Maps. Try it, it's right there, and see. Seriously, I just looked on Google Maps. Portland, Oregon Japanese maple trees. One of the most popular trees of Portland's natural landscape are Japanese maple trees. The trees are famous for their large foliage and easy maintenance. Being small, with roots that require less space, they enhance the beauty of any landscape or garden. What's weird is that the Japanese maple is native to Japan, Mongolia, parts of southeastern Russia, and Korea. Also called palmutin, this first appeared in Japan in the 1700s. By 1820, they had been introduced to Europe and soon appeared in North America. According to Japanese maple cultivars, it's one of the most beautiful trees on the planet. Angel Oak Tree. There is a famous oak tree in the USA called Angel Oak and found in Angel Oak Park, Jones Island, South Carolina. The Angel Oak happens to be one of the oldest living oak trees in the world. Called simply the tree by locals, it's estimated to be 1,700 years old and is almost 65 feet high. The tree has a huge circumference of 7.77 meters or 25.5 feet, and its canopy is almost 518 square meters or 1,700 square feet. Don't let it be known that Come Along doesn't have good data. The largest limb is almost 3.49 meters or 11.24 feet wide and stretches to a length of 89 meters or 27 feet. It is a real beauty, and if you visit Charleston, South Carolina, this is one tree you must see. Make sure you take down all the data, because we don't want to miss one. Trees of the Crooked Forest. The Crooked Forest is one of Poland's most famous landmarks, known for its abnormal and bizarre-shaped trees. Good bucket list here. The forest is home to almost 400 trees, existing in contorted and twisted shapes, and how they got that way is still unexplained. In fact, every tree is bent the same identical way. Once they rise up out of the ground, they suddenly twist oddly towards the sky. Some steeped in legend and others just bizarre. The most logical one, however, is that the trees were once buried beneath a snowstorm when young and were forced to grow that way. Others say it's due to gravity. I'd say blame Sir Isaac Newton, but he wasn't born then, and he didn't invent gravity. Walking palms. What if we told you there are trees that can move, huh? The walking palm, also called Sacratia exoriza, is found in Latin America, and many say it actually walks around, shifting its position, sometimes day or at night. The tree has an unusual root system, consisting of one trunk split into several roots, giving it the appearance of little legs. Found abundantly in the rainforest of Central America, the walking palm appears to walk from shade to sunlight because of its roots growing towards the light, making the tree shift its location. Modern-day Ents. Modern-day Ents, not ants, Ents. Another Lord of the Ring reference. I must have really liked that movie. 6,000-year-old tree with a bar inside. What would you say to a bar inside a tree? Believe it or not, but in South Africa, there's an awesome tree called the Sunland Big Baobab, which has been hollowed out and converted into a bar above all. The website of the bar says that the tree is the widest ever baobab on record and is an unbelievable 6,000 years old. Baobab trees are found in hot, dry savanna or sub-Saharan Africa. Interestingly, bar owners didn't need to do much hollowing because baobabs begin to hollow out naturally after reaching 1,000 years old. The inside of the tree is spacious with 13 feet high ceilings and the capacity to seat 15 people at a time. 144-year-old Japanese wisteria. Ashikaga Flower Park in Japan is one of the most beautiful places on earth and a gardener's delight. Photographs emerging online are truly spectacular because of the large canopy of flowers. But the star attraction is the giant wisteria plant. It may not be the world's largest, but it comes pretty close to it, covering a massive distance of 1,900 square meters. The plant is pretty old, dating back to 1870. Wisteria are large plants that look like trees, but in truth they're actually vines. The largest vine wisteria is the wisteria vine in Sierra Madre, California, that covers a space of 4,000 square meters. The most beautiful feature of the wisteria is its beautiful hanging purple blossoms that look stunning. Rainbow eucalyptus.
Now I want to show you this beautiful tree. This is a rainbow gum.
Rainbow eucalyptus trees are strikingly beautiful because of their remarkable rainbow coloring on their trunks, making them look almost unimaginary. The rainbow eucalyptus tree is the only type of eucalyptus that is indigenous to the Northern Hemisphere. You can also find rainbow eucalyptus trees growing in New Guinea, Indonesia, and Philippines because they thrive in tropical forests and need a lot of rain. Rainbow eucalyptus also grow in Hawaii and parts of Southern California, Texas, and Florida. While these trees grow as large as others, what's outstanding is its beautiful bark that keeps peeling to reveal streaks of gray, blue, red, green, and orange. Cambodian temple trees.
Unchecked for centuries, the trees of the forest are devouring the temple.
Angkor, Cambodia is famous for being a temple city that is truly spectacular. But what is even more stunning is the 12th and 13th century temple of Ta Prohm. The temple is famous for its large trees that resemble oak and redwood blended into the walls and rocks of the religious structure, giving the entire area an appearance of surreality. Located 1 kilometer east of Angkor Thom and on the southern edge of East Baray near Tonle Bati, Ta Prohm is somewhat of a fantasy. The trees growing out of the ruins of ancient temples is so spectacular, it's a photographer's dream, and for those who love their history. The natural phenomenon has made Ta Prohm one of the most famous landmarks of the country. Maybe it could be the 8th wonder of the world. So, which one of these trees has fascinated you the most? Let me know in the comments below.